Hello, YouTube. Today we received a package in the mail. This is another item for the F150. This is the Adarac M Series rack. We're going to go ahead and do an unboxing, open it up, and take a look at it. All right, guys, we got Logan here opening it up. So he's going to cut the straps off. We're going to get this box open. Kind of funny we're cutting it open with a knife, even though it says do not cut, but we know what's inside. We're not going to damage it. Logan's going to twirl this open it up. Wow, look at what we got here, guys. So it looks like we got the bag of hardware here. Logan, go ahead and cut that open. That must be the upright for one side, and this must be the upright for the other side. And we got one track in here. Okay, and then we got the other track and two crossbars. All right, guys, so now that we got this open, I just wanted to show you that these right here are your side rails. These will go in where the stake pockets are, and we'll go through some installation here as well. Got your channels in here. These ones here are your crossbars, and to be honest with you, there's some pretty beefy crossbars. I did not expect them to be this well made. So, and then here are the stands. I opted for the short stands. I didn't want, as tall as my cab. So these will sit in here like this, and then you got your crossbars going across. Also, what I did was, because we eventually want to mount a rooftop tent on here, and I didn't realize how beefy these were. In this box over here, I did get a third cross member to put in here to support the weight of this. So we're going to go ahead and open up that box as well and make sure that all the parts and pieces are there. All right, guys, so working on getting this Adarac system in, and if you notice on the front of these F-150s, I think it's from 2015 and up, the front pocket holes are not cut out. So I was able to get this one cut out, and basically what I did was from this point in, I measured 4 1/8, and that's roughly the center of this hole. And then the easy way to figure it is this line that comes back. I stayed right in the center of that line, so I got like right in here with my drill like this. And then all I did was took my drill and I came across till I hit metal. I came up till I hit metal, and I just circled all the way around. Okay, one thing I did have to do was file a little bit in here to get this filed out and get things nice and flat. So what really happens with these Adarac systems is you've got these, your bigger plate fits down underneath, and then there's enough to get 3 plates on each corner to get the height. So what you do is you take these and you drop them in and pull them back up, and that's what you got, and your bolt goes through here, and that underplate is nice and tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and show you guys where I drill and how I drill that out. And then once your cap gets on here, you'll never see any of this underneath here. So be right back, drilling out the other side. Okay, guys, so we're back at it. Like I said, 4 1/8 in. So if you look at my tape measure, I'm measuring from the inside here, and I'm gonna take this off. I'm following this piece right here. You got a hump in the cap here and a hump in the cap here. I'm following this hump in the cap. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna mark myself in at 4 1/8 on that cap, which is right there. Maybe you can't see that mark very well, but put that mark in there. Then I'm going to come in with my drill, and I'm just going to drill a hole straight through on that mark, okay? right there, and that's where the pocket hole is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and I'm going to pull the drill towards me as I come. Right there, I hit metal. That's got to be the outside of the pocket. So now I'm going to follow this in both directions to the corners of the pocket. That side hit. And that side hit. So there's my line there. I know it looks kind of goofy, but this is the easiest way I found to do this. So I'm going to take my drill and come in, out, and back up, and then we'll be back with you. Alright guys, I wanted to point out one thing as long as I'm in here. If you notice at the front edge here, it's level with the cap, and the back edge it's not, and that's because of these raised humps on here. I think everything's going to fit and be alright, but I've got both sides cut out and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out of here. And as you notice, the backs of most of these F-150s do have the caps on them, so you know, those are all good and flush right here. As a matter of fact, I think the back might only need yeah, we'll see what happens. I might take one of these clips off of here. You can see we'll play with it. The one thing that I am a little worried about is my backflip tonneau cover is on here, and I'm hoping that all this sits in right. As you can see, this comes in here where this was on the cap. The rubber was over the cap, so we'll see where all this sits, and hopefully we can get this all to work. All right guys, so here is the side rails that sit up on the bed rails, and these come with these little clips here, and they go in the end just like this. Okay, a little hard to do one-handed, sorry guys. There we go, and that pops on there. Okay, and then they get set in with this with these little set screws go inside there. Let me grab a screwdriver. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so the rails are going to sit up here like this, and I just want to let you know that where I put this cap, I only put them on the front ones because we're going to have to get the risers that go inside are going to have to go in. So I didn't put the back ones on as of yet, just the front ones. Alright guys, back into the video. Just wanted to let you know that there are 3 spacers allotted for each corner, and I thought because of how thin the plastic is around here that I would only need 2 of them. Well, it turns out I do need 3 back here, but that also makes a problem because up here on this one, because of these ridges right here on the caps, there's actually not enough room, and what is happening to this bar here coming down the side is it's actually bowing up like this, like a rainbow. So it's not really working out for me. So what I did on the other side, and I got it, is I ended up putting a washer up underneath inside here too, and running the bolt through that washer, and that's giving it just enough space. So now, like if you see the other side bar over there, the bed rail, that's perfectly level, perfectly straight. There's no bows in it. It's nice and tight. So I'm working on this one, but just wanted to share that information with you. All right guys, also want to share something else with you. This is the back end of the truck, and right inside this space, because I put 3 spacers in, there was a little air gap that you could see in there. If I get real close, you can probably see I stuck just a piece of foam in up to, you can't even see where it stops. But you can definitely see the foam in here. Okay, the piece I cut was only this long, this foam. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one up on here so I don't have that same gap on this side. And then we'll get to tightening all this stuff down. All right guys, back in it. So I got the first rail on, as you can see. I marked mine 5 inches from here to here in 5 inches, and I'm gonna split the difference in the rest of this. The thing is, I guess I should probably say I've actually got 3 bars. You know, these sets come with 2 crossbars, but I got 3, and I got 3 for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm a fairly large guy, and we're gonna put a rooftop tent up here. You know, the combined weight on these 2 bars is 500 pounds. You know, my son's about 110. I'm just shy of 300. That's 400 pounds right there, and you got a 150 pound tent. You know, we're pushing that max load already. I like to get some bikes up here. The other reason is that when you put bike racks on a rack that's this short, you always tend to hit the front with your tires. This gives me more options of where to mount the bike racks, the bike holders, so that I'm not hitting the front of the truck, the window of the truck. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the second one on here, and we'll be back. All right, guys, second rack is on, so you can see I've got 2 racks on, and a couple things I wanted to point out was that, sorry, car driving by. I measured mine in here. I've got 2.5 inches on each side, just to make sure that these bars are going back and forth, or even on both sides. In between here, I actually didn't measure, and what I did was I'm running off of my tonneau cover on these strips here, and I think what I'll do is, I know my fold's here, so I'm probably going to come in a little bit on this one, so maybe I can at least open up the back part of the tonneau cover. And the biggest reason I got this rack was I was hoping that if I did need to use my tonneau cover, I could just loosen the bolts inside here and slide everything to the front, so I can open up my tonneau cover when not in use. If it becomes too much of a pain, I may end up going with one of the roll-up tonneau covers, or the ones that retract inside the bed. May do that as well. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna try this out for now and see what we got. The one thing I did not want was, I did not want to go with the really tall racks, the ones that were, you know, as tall as the cab of the truck there, or even a little bit taller. So let me get this third rack on. We'll be back. All right, guys, as I'm putting this last bar on, I wanted to show you something, because these guys' instructions tell you to measure across and then put your bars together and then try to slide them in. I had a little difficult time doing that. What I've done is I've left everything loose in here. As you can see, everything's loose, and I've been able to get everything together and get my bolts in here, straighten this out at my 2.5 inch mark, and then tighten it all together, and everything's worked out just fine. So that's where I'm going to continue here with this. All right, guys, got the third rack on here. Man, this thing's looking real sweet. I will have to say I'm pretty impressed with how sturdy these are. But the one thing I want to let you know is that I space these out like this. I don't really know exactly where they're going to end up being spaced out once I get my bike racks on. Unfortunately, it's winter time here. As you can see, a little bit of snow going on. But those are buried back in the shed, so once I get those out, these may need to be adjusted, and that's completely fine. For now, what I've done is I placed this back one here so that when I open up my backflip tonneau cover, I can at least put this up and have access to the back part of my bed. Again, not really sure exactly how this is all going to work out for me. So far, I really do like it. I think it's pretty neat. So the last thing that we got here are these caps, tie-down caps. So these go over the edges like this. They do need to be bolted in, but they also have a tie-down. So the way that these things work is the same way you did inside your tracks. So you take your little piece in here. All right, guys, sorry, back at it after dropping the wing nut, but put it in there. You can see you got a little hole in here, so when you put these caps on and you run your bolt right through it right here. I will say these are pretty strong, so They look nice. I just don't know how well they're going to act as tie downs. We'll have to test them out as we move forward. All right, all the caps are on both sides, looking good. The one thing I don't know what to do with is these strings here that hold these in, because you know the thing is that if you were ever to want to take this off, as soon as you unbolt those are going to fall down in. You're never going to get them out. I guess I've seen people tuck these strings in, but this is tight. It won't. The strings won't drop down in there. So, you know, not really sure 100% what I'm going to do. I think maybe I'll just tie a tight knot right down here at the end, just so that string does stay on there. So, be back with you. All right, guys. So what I did is I left my string in here. I mean, I hope this works. You can't really notice it, you know, from, you know, any type of distance or whatever. But, you know, I just want to be able to take this off. So, you know, I took this out. Last thing to do is to, you know, put your end caps in on this side. Screw them in with your little set screw. Sorry, I'm kind of a pain in the butt one-handed. There we go. So your caps go in, and your screws right here go in that little hole. Again, I'm filming and working myself, so to get this side in, looking good. So here's kind of what the overall system looks like. Looks really nice on my truck, I think. They make these in the tall risers as well, that go up. They do make them in the aluminum finish. I opted for the black. Obviously my truck's all red and black, so I wanted to go with the black. So as soon as I get bike racks and stuff on here, we will be putting another video together. All right, guys. Well, I really hope you enjoyed our video. As you can see, I'm wearing my son's Deadpool hat out here. It is cold, but I wanted to get this together because we got a couple cold weeks coming up, some snow coming in a day or two, and I really wanted to get this on my truck. So I did it today, as it's going to be the warmest day that, you know, we've got for the next 2 to maybe 3 weeks. So definitely thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to our videos. Again, we will be doing other videos. We've got a camper, we'll be camping. Logan plays travel baseball. We'll be doing a lot of baseball this summer. We've got a boat. We'll probably be out fishing. We'll be doing things like that. Again, we're probably going to put a rooftop tent on this truck. And definitely bike racks that we've had on previous trucks. So it's going to be a fun summer. Going to get some good videos out there, some good stuff for you guys to watch. So please do like our videos, subscribe to our videos, share our videos. Thank you.